Look who's back, Saul Weissenberg, former deputy independent counsel. Happy New Year, Saul. It's good to see you again. It's great to have you back on.
Thanks, Liz. Great to be here.
What do you make of AG Garland appointing a special counsel, Robert Hur, to probe Biden's mishandling of classified documents? MSNBC, other media downplaying it as no, they're there. But some of these documents involved Ukraine, Iran, UK. We don't know the scope of it. We don't know what was in it. What were in them. We don't even know if human intelligence sources were compromised.
Well, first of all, it's ridiculous for anybody to say there's no, they're there. These documents have just been revealed to have existed, and so that's why you have an investigation. I think for Garland, it was an easy no-lose choice. It was a smart political move. There's no downside to doing it, and it's all upside, because he looks terrible if he doesn't appoint a special counsel.
And let's move on to this. We've got new Twitter files dropping today, showing that even Twitter officials inside the company were saying there was no there there to Democrats claiming Russian bots and Russian trolls in the 2016 election were helping Trump on Twitter. They found no evidence of that. But Democrats strenuously said this was a real thing. The Washington Post put out a story saying Russian trolls had little influence on 2016 voters, according to a new study.
Yeah, it's interesting. The files revealed that at first Twitter folks actually thought the Democrats were acting in good faith, and they were actually trying to explain to them that there's no there there, and then they finally realized they were being had. It didn't stop them from caving in, ultimately caving in to the incessant demands of the FBI and the Democrats. But it's really eye-opening. They told Senator Feinstein, they told Adam Schiff, and they told very clearly Senator Blumenthal there's no there there. We're not seeing evidence of Russian bots, and they were ignored and then bullied.
You know,
so it's very disheartening.
So House Oversight will likely bring this up because they're summoning former Twitter executives to testify. Reportedly, it seems like in early February about Twitter censorship of and, you know, manipulating the narrative on things like Trump Russia. You know, Matt Taibbi is basically talking that we need a Truth and Reconciliation Commission on Russiagate. You know, journalist Glenn Greenwald is saying Russiagate was essentially one of the most unhinged moments in modern times, that Trump colluded with Russia to hack Hillary and the DNC's emails.
Well, you're never gonna fully have a Truth and Reconciliation Commission as long as you've got the corruption you have now in the mainstream media. I mean, even now, if you watch MSNBC and if you watch CNN, they still talk about Russian collusion with Trump as if it's an established fact. So it's really a form, intellectually, a form of book banning or book burning, because you've suppressed the whole story for 4 years and created a counter narrative. It's too bad.
To your point, because former Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein testified in August of 2017 that there was no evidence of collusion, right? We understand what the Mueller report found about the Trump team and campaign having connections to Russian individuals and the like. But, you know, it's sort of like there was an emotional reaction on the part of some of the media to attach themselves to the story without dispassionately looking at the facts. And also, you had people like James Baker, former top deputy counsel at Twitter. He worked under James Comey at FBI on Trump Russia. So you have all these intelligence officials moving and working with Twitter, including the FBI, and then moving into the media, places like MSNBC and CNN.
Well, as we've talked about before, the FBI has always done that kind of thing, but never before with big media giants like they did this time, like they did in 2017 and in spades in 2021. And so that's what's so new and so dangerous in a way. You
know, Saul, you and I, we've talked about it. We've not let Trump off the hook for some of the things he's done when he's crossed the line, and certainly about, you know, the Mar-a-Lago classified document problem. It just feels like there's when a journalist is emotionally attached to the story, they shouldn't be on the story. They should move off the story.
Well, again, look at the way that Matt Taibbi has been attacked, and everybody who's reported on these Twitter files. I mean, why wouldn't you want to know? Why wouldn't anybody want to know this? Don't you want to know the kind of documents that Vice President Biden kept? I mean, everybody should want to know that, just like they want to know about President Trump.
Got it. Saul Weissenberg, always a pleasure to have you on. It's good to see you.